behold this beauty from Onderhoud Handmade. Hello everyone, it's Ashwin Rao. I hope you're all doing well today, and today's video brings you a recent makeup that I received from one of the world's best bootmakers. Now, I've started to talk a little bit about whom I consider to be the most high quality production groups for bootmaking in the world. I'm excluding some of the more commercial brands such as Vibram, Alden, and others who might be considered more wide-reaching in terms of their audience in favor of more individualized or small group makers who produce boots, obviously, in my opinion, of an elevated higher level. There is a growing number of makers throughout the world who are developing and producing designs and styles of boots and shoes in the rugged menswear segment that have really elevated the quality of shoes that we have come to expect at every price point. And so one of the brands that has made waves for many years now via Instagram, coming out of Bandung, Indonesia, is Onderhoud Handmade. And this is his LCV-02 lace-to-toe model. And let's talk a little bit about the makeup and then go into the details of why I consider Onderhoud to be one of the best in the world. The LCV-02 is a lace-to-toe boot, sometimes called a monkey boot, though there's different styles of that. This particular model has 8 eyelets with 2 speed hooks. You can see 7 eyelets positioned kind of from here on up to here, and then 2 speed hooks followed by a final eyelet. I actually tend to not lace through the top eyelet because having a little bit of flex space for me provides a little bit more comfort. So Onderhoud, as I mentioned, is a small production group based out of Bandung, Indonesia, fronted by Rizky Afnan. At times he works on his own, and at other times he has a number of apprentices who work under him. But Rizky has gained a wide acclaim and attention for the quality, production, last design, choice of leathers, a wide range of factors that go into making some of his boots the best. One of the most defining features for Onderhoud is this beautiful stitching here that he is able to employ. Now, this particular model features a Vulture construction, which is this double row stitching that you see here. There's a certain cadence and pattern to this outsole stitching, almost as if the stitches are placed at slight diagonals to one another. You can see that the stitch design is very, very consistent and clean all the way into the single row of stitches. Really no errors at all. And this is what Onderhoud has become well known for, is the quality of their outsole stitching. And that seems a little funny to define an entire shoe by its outsole stitching. And while that's not really fair, it is certainly one of the defining characteristics in terms of attention to detail, quality, and craftsmanship that has come to define Onderhoud. So this particular model is made using a Tochigi leather. Tochigi leather comes out of Japan and offers a range of leathers, and this is their Oil Vachetta #1, which is a light brown, sort of tan colored, orangish tan leather. I also have a pair of Tahura in the Oil Vachetta #2, which is actually even more orange-ish brown than this. In this light, this boot looks orange brown, but in other lights it almost looks tan, so keep that in mind. You can see the antiqued brass eyelets there and the contrast stitching on the upper. Although it's not a really aggressive contrast stitch, it does definitely stand out. Just look at some of the joints that you see here, here, and here, and how absolutely cleanly done those joints are in being put together. You can see the unique styling that Onderhoud employs for the back heel counter here, with the sweeping profile lines across the heel counter, which secures the heel stiffener here. This is a unstructured toe. There is no toe stiffener here, so I wanted that to be able to have this particular model break in quite nicely and easily. The shoe implies a dark brown edge dressing here that complements this rugged Vibram Commando Sole, which really adds a certain flair and aggressive look to this particular boot. It allows me to also use this boot across all weathers, and I can say that this particular Vibram sole has great traction across a wide range of inclement circumstances. Oil Vachetta number 1, Vulture construction, Vibram Commando Sole, and antique brass eyelets to adorn this 6-inch LCV-02 model with contrast stitching, 7 eyelets, followed by 2 speed hooks, followed by a terminal eyelet just above the collar here. When I open up the lacing system, I wanted to show you some additional details. One, you can see this rough out layer adds to an incredible amount of comfort on the front of the shoe when you place your foot in the shoe, something that's really cool. You can see the Onderhoud emblem emblazed on the insole. This is the Vulture last, which you can see is a round-toed, almost almond-shaped, asymmetric last that has this more protruding lateral aspect element. I find that this particular last is supposed to echo some of the aggressive features of what you might imagine a Vulture would look like, but translated into the shoe world. That being said, it is a very, very comfortable fit at a size 43 for my Brannock 10D foot. Here's a side profile of that Vulture last. He often places detailed descriptions of his lasts along with his Instagram posts, so you can get an idea of what last might aesthetically appeal to you. Give Onderhoud a try. The ordering process can be challenging. Right now, as of late 2022, Rizky has assembled a team of talented craftsmen to work alongside him. It's still a pretty small group. I believe 3 or 4 other individuals are employed by Rizky, but it's allowed him to produce boots at a much quicker pace. I received this pair within 3 months of placing my order, which is unusual. My last pair took almost 7 months, but you do have to be persistent with Rizky, and he is one of the most talented bootmakers in the world, and the people that he employs, he expects to live up to his level of fit and finish and consistency. So you can expect to get a really fantastic product from Onderhoud should you want. So give Onderhoud a try. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.